Hi, my name is Peggy Knight. I've had medical hair loss most of my life. I've worn, you name it, I have worn it on my head. I've been in the business after years of frustration of looking for wigs that didn't work for me. I decided it was time for me to take it into my own hands, and I've been in the industry helping women just like you for 35 years. So today I am here and I'm talking about the Style hairpiece. Now the Style hairpiece by Folia is designed to be worn over existing hair. So in other words, maybe you have thinning hair, maybe you can't do anything with it, maybe you have gray hair that you just want to cover. Maybe you're starting chemotherapy and it's going to come out and then regrow. So the Style is the perfect hairpiece for you. I'm going to demonstrate and show you the piece. This is, of course, not my color, but it sure is a beautiful piece. First of all, I want you to see the beautiful, luxurious hair. Look at how it shines and how it moves. It's just a great hairpiece, and the hair is absolutely wonderful. So I'm going to run a brush through it. I want you just to see how it moves when it's brushed. This is our new 10-inch length, and it's so cute. It just cuts about right here. It's just an adorable length. So the first thing you notice is that there's a lace around the front, and you're probably looking at it going, what is that? Well, it's intentional. They sew the hair into the lace around the edge, and then before you go to your hairstylist, this lace is removed. What's the purpose of the lace? Well, here, let me show you. Can you see how natural the hairline looks when the wind blows? Most wigs don't allow you to wear the Style without bangs. This one does, and it's because of the lace. Now the lace comes all the way to the side so that when you wear it behind your ear, instead of having that funny bare look, you're going to have a natural look where little baby hairs can be cut in. You notice how I've had my fringe cut in on the side. So, okay, that's the lace. Now the scalp is the natural skin part. Look at that. Look how natural that looks. See? Matches. And it's just such a natural look. Each hair goes in one at a time on the top. So you can really part it anywhere you want and get that natural part. I'm going to flip this inside out now. I want you to see what the inside looks like. So this is the nape of the neck, and there's two elastic straps, one on each side, and there's an adjustment so you can make it loose, tight, or in between. And it all depends on you and what your activity level is that day. You can change it. Let's say you're going to go boating. You're going to want to have it tight, especially like I'm from San Francisco. You don't go out in that bay and with it loose because it will fly off. So we want to tighten it. There's also a comb back here. Now this comb, let me demonstrate so you can see it. It is removable. Let me show you the comb. There we go. It's removable. You don't have to have it, but sometimes it helps if you have some of your own hair and you pull your own hair, the remaining hair that's on your head, and you pull it into a low ponytail in the back. This comb goes in and tucks underneath that ponytail, and it creates extra security for you. So it also, if you remove the comb, there's an area where you can use double-sided tape. This is a polyurethane patch, and tape sticks to this and it sticks to your head. Keep in mind that tape does not stick to your own hair. So if you have missing hair up here and this is full back here, it's not going to stick. You don't want to use the tape. I'm going to swish it around, and I want you to see the front. Again, I'm flipping it inside out. There's the lace. This gets cut off. On the sides, we have the same thing, the tape patches. There's two metal stays that you bend inward so that it fits flush to the side of your head. You can use the tape here and here. These are very secure anchor points. Again, on the top, we have that comb again. If you have thinning hair on the top or no hair at all, or you're planning on losing it all, you don't want to be using this comb. We just take it out. Otherwise, it's going to dig into your scalp and really be uncomfortable. But if you have hair up there, by all means, use it. The cap on the inside is lace, breathable, and comfortable. It does not itch. And if you've worn wigs, like I've worn wigs, you know what I mean by itch. You're constantly doing this and your whole head is shaking. Your head's not, your hair is. So no, this is really comfortable, and they come in different sizes. Now the sizing is very important. I'm going to show you, we use a series of fitting caps. We have 5 different sizes. And there's 2 ways of doing your fitting. I'm going to demonstrate on myself. I happen to know that I am an extra small. So let me take my hair off, and then I'm going to show you how we do the fitting. This is an extra small cap. I put it on my head. I pull it down. I tug it. I tug the sides. The fit is like a glove. It is so comfortable. If it's too big, you're going to have ripples and it's going to rest on your ear, which is very uncomfortable. You can see in the front it comes forward just exactly where you want to have your stylist create some fringe around the face. And that's it. If we don't have access to that, then we just take a measurement. Now the measurement is done by going underneath the bone. At the nape of the neck, you'll notice the occipital bone. You want to go under the bone. You want to bring it over your ears and right across the front of your head where your normal hairline would be. Your hairline is generally about 4 fingers from the eyebrow to the top. And that's where your hairline is. Let me measure and let me see what I have. I've got 21.5. That's just a perfect measurement for my extra small cap. Once the piece comes in, once we determine the size, then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about color. You notice how easy these pieces are to put back on your head. We're going to talk about some color. Now, Folia colors are just beautiful. Look at this array of beautiful colors. Look at the little blondies. I mean, I can't be a blonde, but it sure would be fun, you know? So let's go through. Then we've got all the different blondes. We have some new colors. These are rooted colors. So the base of your hair is one color, and you know what we used to dye to get rid of, but not anymore because this is fashionable. So let me put this up. You can see it's darker here, and then it goes blonder on the end. So we have several of these new rooted colors. We've got many colors right within the brunette and the dark brown colors. And then we have this beautiful red, which is what I've always worn is the red, and then I throw in a little bit of darker brown, and I kind of mix it up a little bit. So we pick a color that's right for you. I always like to match your skin. You know, sometimes when you've been wearing hair for a long time, or you're new to it and you've been coloring your own hair, it doesn't mean you're necessarily in the right color. So if you match it to your skin or match it to a part of your body that doesn't get sun, you can tell right away what matches and what doesn't match. Now, I like to say your skin does not lie. It tells you what's the right color for you. Like I'm seeing one right now this one right here is really good for me. It might be a little dark, and I would throw some red in it. So we get the closest color to your desired color. Then you can add color to it or take it away. You notice I've got brown all around here. And then my stylist, I said, oh, give me some pizzazz. I want to look pizzazzy. So she has up here on the top, kind of in a crown shape, she has red going through. You can see how much fun that is. I get out in the sunlight, my hair just is shining like crazy. By the way, this hairpiece is 4 years old. Look at this. Look at the quality of this hair. The shine. It is so beautiful. It's not like a lot of other wigs that 6 months after you get it, they tend to be dull. Ours are not. So, and you're taking care of it properly and washing it properly and using the right products on it, you're going to get lots of wear out of it. Next thing we want to talk about now is the length of hair. What is the right length for you? So again, now we're going to go back to what are you currently wearing? I've seen a lot of my clients. I've had clients for over 20 years, so I remember them when they were teenagers, and now they have their own teenagers. But you know, I see them wearing the same style that they wore 20 years ago, the same color they wore 20 years ago. I say, okay, come on, let's get out. We don't have to look the same. We can change. People change their styles every 6 weeks. They go in, they get their hair colored, they put a little tweak here, a little bit of a tweak there. Let's do this, let's do that. And there's always something different going. Those of us with wigs, no, we get our hair done and changed every 6 years because we're afraid that someone's going to say to us, did you do something different with your hair? It's a big fear. I understand it. I lived it. But I like to say, let's get, have fun with the different looks of today and what's going on. Don't get too wild and crazy, but let's have some fun and change it up a little bit. If you go a little bit longer, of course, someone's going to say, what did you do? Your hair's longer. Did it grow overnight? That's when I say, wear it up, put it up into a clip or a pony. By the way, you can wear ponies with this and wear it up for a few days. And then, a little couple days later, you drop your pony a little bit longer. And then finally, maybe a week later, you let the hair fall down. Nobody's noticed the change because it happens so gradually. So the length and the style, we're going to go over it. If you have solid bangs, and many of you do, because that's all we had. You had to cover that front hairline, but now that we have a lace front, no, you don't need that. So, get out, and have some adventure. Go without bangs, and then if you really can't stand it, go back to your stylist and say, okay, I want my bangs. At least you can just cut it. We can't do the reverse. We can't make it grow, but we can certainly cut it and make it shorter and add your bangs back to it. So I want to talk a little bit about security. We talked a little bit about the tape, and we talked about the combs. And when you have hair underneath your hairpiece, it does tend to want to slip a little bit. Now we do have the tape. We also have a grip. It's called a wig grip, and it looks like a headband, and it has a Velcro feel to it, so you can put the wig on that way and that'll hold it on. That gives it a little bit more security. So those are some options that we can go over when we find out what works best for you. Repairs. Okay, so you're going to need to have your hair repaired eventually. It's like buying a new car and thinking you're never going to have to change the oil. You will. You're going to have to send it in for a tune-up and an oil change now and then. And that really is something that depends on how you're taking care of your hair. Generally, a repair is about a year after you get it. And it could be sooner if you're not doing nice things to your hair, and I encourage you to do nice things, or it could be longer. This piece is, 4 years old. I had it repaired once, and I take good care of my hair, and I use great product. So, and I let it air dry, and I don't use tools, and I don't use hot heat, and I don't use all of that. So that's why it lasts a lot longer for me. So repair takes about 6 to 8 weeks. You'll notice maybe thinning right here where you're brushing it. Usually it doesn't shed. You're not going to find hair in your comb or your brush every night when you brush it out. There's not going to be any hair coming out. But over time, with wear and tear, especially if you're sleeping in it, caution, not a good thing to do, because it will cause some of the hairs to come loose in the back of the head. But send it in, we tell them what we're looking for, they give a quote. Generally, it's just a little bit of extra hair added where it's starting to get thin. And when this hair comes back to you after repair, it's going to be longer, because the people adding hair at the repair department aren't styling your hair. They're going to go in and they're going to add it. So you go to your hairstylist and you say, okay, here's my cut. Here's my cut line. And all of a sudden I got about 20 hairs that are this long. So she's going to go, she or he, they're going to go in and they're going to clip it and they're going to blend it into the style. And that's what you do. That's a good time to say, okay, let's talk color. Has it gotten lighter? Now living in an environment, I live in Arizona now, and it's sunny. I wear a hat as much as I can, but if I'm not, my hair gets lighter, so I have to go in and have color added. We refer to it as having your color refreshed, very common. So if you are experiencing hair loss for chemo, then, you know, we've got it usually a full or thin head when we meet you. The hair comes out, and then we go through your chemotherapy treatments, which is maybe 6 months to a year. And then your own hair starts growing back, and you wear it. You can still wear your hairpiece until your own hair is long enough for the big debut. Go out in public and have everybody see you as you used to be. It's funny because your hair will look a little bit different. It usually comes in curly. It's a funny thing, I don't know why. But anyway, so you can wear this for that length of time. Having an appointment, a consultation with me is important and easy to do. So now that things have changed in the world, they call it the new normal. I do my consultations via FaceTime, Zoom, anything where we can visually see each other and go through the whole process. If necessary, we can also send fitting caps and color rings for you to pick it out. Once the hairpiece is ordered and it is in inventory, we keep so many in inventory at all times. And if it's in inventory, you should have it 2 days. If it's not available, and it will take 6 to 8 weeks to manufacture. Now you may say, but I need it next week. I'm starting a new job. So when we say, okay, let's look and see, we've got something in a color that's almost that color, and you want to do that, or we have something a little shorter, or we have something a little bit longer. It's kind of up to you. But to get it and have it made, it is 6 to 8 weeks. Once it arrives, time to make your styling appointment. When they're brand new, they're all one length. So this one happens to be our new 10-inch. That means that every hair on the head, the hair on the top, 10 inches. The hair on the sides, 10 inches. And what it does is it gives it a layered look. The reality is every hair is 10 inches and it needs to be, I call it sculpted. Can you see how my hair is kind of sculpted around my face? Nothing touched back here. I've got my 12 inches, but in the front, if I had 12 inches, I'd look like this. So the stylist goes in and sculpts it out. I don't use a lot of product on my hair. As a matter of fact, I don't use any product on my hair, and I'll tell you why. If you're using sprays, the spray look is really kind of dated, but if you want to have sprayed hair and you want it like in a, a bigger hairdo and you want it to stick up on the top, you can spray it, but keep in mind that that spray is sticky. So the elements from the air are all going to go zoop and they're going to land on your hair and they're going to stick there. So you have to wash it more often. I wash my hair about once a week. So I have a video and I'm happy to share that with you and show you how I wash it and the products that I recommend. There are many products to use. Not all are good on hair pieces. I know everybody says, or many people say to me, but my hairstylist has told me this is the best. Well, let's also know that the products that you use on wigs, you're wearing it for a week. You're not washing it every night. So let's also keep in mind that we want shine. We don't want anything to coat it and weight it down. So talk to me about that. Also talk to me about the stylist in your area. Right now, stylists are not working. And so it's a little bit difficult until they get back and they feel more comfortable because of what's going on in our world today. But it's okay. Let's wait. Let's do it right. And yeah, so this will change your life. I promise you. I know that sounds kind of hokey. It's going to change your life, but it will. It's so easy to wear. It's a great transition if you have that thinning hair, or that gray hair that you want to cover, or you've got the hair coming and going with your chemotherapy treatments. You're going to have other things to worry about and deal with. Let us worry about your hair. Let us take care of your hair. Let me be your consultant. I will walk you through it every step along the way. There's no obligation working with me. If we work together, it takes an hour, it takes 10 hours. We're going to get you the right product. I'm very clear. If I'm not doing it right, I am doing it wrong, and I don't like to do it wrong. I want my customers to be happy. There is a 30-day return policy. This is to return it uncut, uncolored, in its original state. There's a restocking fee for this service. I like to make sure that I'm doing it right in the first place and that you don't have to return it. I want to make sure it's right. So let's work together, and let's be a team, and call me or text me or email me. I'm Peggy at peggyknight.com. My phone and text are 415-877-7004. I can also be found on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest. I'm at Peggy Knight Wigs. And get to me any way that you want to. Let's schedule our virtual appointment. I am doing a limited travel, and that is to be determined, because if this virus comes back, as some people are projecting, I'll be right back home doing it virtually. So let's get to know each other virtually, and let me take care of your hair. Okay, thanks so much for joining me today. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. Thank you. Bye.